always said I would get a snowmobile, but I never had one since I was a kid. There's that back page they got taken down. I thought they were such a great website too, and they got taken down. Back page or whatever. I guess they made two back page or whatever, but I'm not going on. It's kind of like this Kijiji in Canada or what have you. Jimmy C's Transport. I'm looking at snowmobiles, but they got to be in a good price like this. $2,000. You can get a 2001 Arctic Cat. Because that's the thing. My e-bike is only going to be so good in the spring, fall, and winter. But then during the winter, or sorry, spring, fall, and summer. But then during the winter time, I mean, how am I going to get from here to there? I need something like a snowmobile. I mean, I'm also looking at a car or whatever, but snowmobiles, I mean, they're really good. I mean, I don't leave the city. I stay in my city basically, and I want to be able to go to the store and all that during the winter time. But I don't have the money today. I just am saving. I bought something out of Teeswater before. I spent 4,000 cash and I bought a 1999 Cadillac. But I accidentally never brought it out of Teeswater because I was living in Teeswater, so I thought. And anyways, I never seen that Cadillac again. If you've seen that Cadillac, please contact me. Stacks at StacksAMilli.com. I'm trying to recover that. That is pretty much same with a Daymac e-bike that it doesn't have the front fender. It's a red Daymac e-bike. Well, the Cadillac, I believe, well, it's not really. Here's the thing. I don't know. But anyways, my Daymac e-bike got stolen. And it's out there in the Teeswater area. And it doesn't have the front fender on it. I've taken the front fender. So it looks just like this almost. But it faded in the sun a bit. And it does not have a front fender. So it's just like a completely exposed wheel. If you've seen that, call the police. Reported as a stolen vehicle. That was StacksAMilli, Thomas Perron-Slote's Daymac. It's famous. Everybody knows my exactly in the whole world, down to the United States. We have lawyers and all that. If you didn't know, you thought it was like that. It wasn't, or whatever. Anyways, shout out to Jimmy C's. Look at this 2005 Skidoo Adrenaline. This is pretty cool. That was down in Teeswater, $2,000. Hey. Teeswater's got some good stuff to buy. Even though the guy I bought the Cadillac off of, no problems. I paid him the 4,000 cash. I really wish he would have. Actually, I wish he would have invited me inside to count the cash or whatever, to sit down at the kitchen table and count the cash, because it was like windy out, and I handed him like a big bundle of cash, and it's like windier than heck outside. It felt uncomfortable to hand somebody $4,000 in cash, and it was about this windy. That's Teeswater. And then he got new windows, and I got screwed out of everything. Yeah, we all know that story. But yeah, anyways. So that's gonna make me say no. Hey, what a deal that $2,000 one is, but because it's out of that Teeswater, I just can't do it. It's too big of a risk. Too big of a risk. That town it's in the middle of nowhere, and they're known for robberies out there and murders and all types of stuff. It's a bad area, really bad. Beware of that Teeswater. There are big time murders out there. I witnessed 5 murders out there, and nothing was ever done about it. And guy still stands, and just straight killing folks with his PAL licensed firearm. I've never seen it my entire life. Like some hungry dogs they did. Yeah, and then I had to put the dog down. They killed 5 people. This is the funniest thing. That Thompson guy's the murderer, eh? I witnessed him murder 5 people, and I'm the guy that pepper sprayed the murderer guy. He killed, he had blood on his hands the day of when I had to fucking pepper spray him. Yeah, he just got done slaughtering 5 people. And then I pepper sprayed him or whatever when he tried to murder me. So I'm like that guy that got away or whatever. But the truth is, the guy's just a hillbilly at the end of the day, and I knew that. So I got far away from him. So I feel so bad for the ones that never got away or whatever. Because I got away from the motherfucker. Because I wasn't scared of him. I would have did him in like fucking Sunday dinner. But somehow you have like super innocent ones, and he got like, and one of them was a cop too. One of them was a cop. I wasn't thinking he was going to shoot the cop. I thought the cop was going to yell in his face and he was going to cry and go back inside like he was supposed to. Next thing you know, the cop pulls up to his house to talk to him. Boom, shoots her. And then I hear on the radio she's dying and all that. Then he shot this other girl that I liked. She lived right on the corner. Was trying to, well, I was a little bit young at the time. This was 7 years ago. I was like, hey, how are you and all that or whatever. And then like, but I wasn't on my any kind of motor vehicle or anything. And then I went back inside, maybe thinking I was going to see her again. I was going to create some sort of relationship with her. Next thing you know, she got shot. And then because I don't know, Cam Thompson had a girlfriend. I'm renting an apartment just like Cam or whatever. He may, yeah, but I don't give a fuck if he's the landlord. I have the right to have a girlfriend, right? So he shoots this girl that could have potentially have been my girlfriend or whatever, out of jealousy, because I'm renting an apartment at his apartment complex in Teeswater. They rent an apartment on Kijiji. So he shoots this girl in town and kills her because I wanted to like have a girlfriend. So then I do a video over at the fair, and he shoots and kills like 2 or 3 people that were in my video, that were dancing in my video. There was like these 2 or 3 folks. They were like sort of just dancing and whatever. You're supposed to hightail them. Hey, I was inside my apartment and I didn't even have any, I wasn't even, listen, I was highly vulnerable. But I witnessed them get shot or whatever on the main street. Inside, they kidnapped them in a vehicle. They kidnapped them in a vehicle and they shot him, Cam Thompson and all that. You know? It's like, Jesus Christ, why would you do that to your name? That's who they were in Can. They're still around, unbelievably. Well, I'm not getting into it. It's unacceptable. Stop killing people out in cheese. I don't get away with it. I had to serve time for that stupid macing that I had to do. And it was a self-defense macing. And you got a guy going around shooting real bullets and killing people, and he didn't do any time. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's just like murdering people around his town and all that. He even got removed off Kijiji because he was killing people and scamming them and all that. He he's not going to go anywhere outside of his town, really. He's really just this guy that kind of runs that town or whatever, and he won't really go out. He's not really strong anywhere else. I mean, they got firearms, but you know how it is when they leave their territory and it's more of an offensive drive-by or something. That shit's weak. Or even a stakeout or anything. That shit's going to be hella weak because people got guns too. That's why he sticks in his own area. But the government's saying, bud, we'll drop bombs on your bitch ass. They're what's it called? That's what they're doing. They're dropping, well, they're putting a nuke right in Teeswater. So they'll feel if I can feel my lithium ion battery in the other room. Okay. I can feel my lithium ion battery for my e bike in the other room. What's it feel like? You can feel it in the air or whatever. You can feel it in your hands and your legs and your body or whatever. It feels like this weird discombobulated feeling or whatever. That is radiation. And you can feel it kind of emanating from the certain area. And you know how much nuke they're putting over in Teeswater? Fucking a lot, bud. Enough to fuck it all up, I'd say. But hey, some would say they deserved it to be over there. And then some would say there's not really any other places to put it. Okay. And Teeswater. But where I came from in Canada, it's like you did a murder. I mean, hey, everybody can be in a commune and be pretty hey, it's a town, it isn't really an Amish commune. It was like you did a murders or multiple murders, or at least maybe you did one murder, whatever, you didn't get caught. But when it got to that point, you went to jail. The women didn't have to be scared of you in a community, like not for murders and gun violence. That's for like just like beating the woman and all that. Once you start murdering people outside of your own commune and shit like that, you go to jail. And that's where that guy's heading. I swear to God he is. He ain't as big as everybody that's in Teeswater fears him, but I swear I don't nobody else fears him. It's just Teeswater and Walkerton. Anything north of there, we do not fear that guy. I don't fear him at all. I have already put him down. But anyways, yeah, it's like, but that's whatever. It don't matter because generally like really just like one of these guys actually, but a little bit fatter. I'm like him, but a little bit fatter. And yeah, I mean, hey, I love Teeswater. And how's he gonna do my favorite cheese? You know, because I do like that cheese with that. Yeah, they got the $1 carton of milk for $1. You can get a whole carton of milk over there. But it's like, or whatever, the big carton or whatever, you know. Anyways, I wish it would have worked out for me in Teeswater, but you know it didn't. But at the same time, I don't because look at where I'm at now. My motorcycle's way nicer. I got a way nicer apartment with a real corporation where there's like enough folks or whatever. It's not just like some like whatever the hell they're got going over there at the hotel. What is it called? Hotel Thompson. You know, they're famous for those. Look, I'll show you. They're famous for those haunted hotels in that area. There's one out in Walkerton and there's one in Teeswater. Two in Teeswater. See, here's the famous. I remember when I first moved to that area and I was looking for something to do. I was looking for something to do, and one of the things I seen was their haunted hotel. Well, that's what people called it in the reviews. They said it's haunted. And you got to be careful in hotels. I'm not just saying this one, but I almost got killed in a hotel over in Brampton. Next thing I know, they opened that door, the adjoining door, and then they hit me in the legs with a baseball bat. This was at Marigold Hotel. Be very careful of Marigold Hotel. That's what. Oh, be very careful in the world. You think you're paying money for security? No, they eat you alive. That's what I thought too. You pay $100, you get security. Next thing you know, I pay like $100 for the night or whatever. I didn't even stay there that night because the door swung open. There was a black guy and another guy, and I got hit in the legs with a baseball bat. I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm like, I'm not staying here. And I left. and I paid for the night. I didn't even get a refund. I just paid for the night and left. This looks different. This ain't Marigold. Maybe they changed it. And Mr. Herrera came in here. I was sitting over here, and I was like sitting down right here. This was when Mr. Herrera, 5 Cloverbloom Road, was very mad at me. He's trying to shoot and kill me for no reason. I paid the money, the Airbnb, and then my ex probation officer showed up for no reason, just to violate the law and kill people. And she started like shooting at me and having sex with him at the same time or whatever. It was like this. But, and anyway, so I fled. I called the police and we showed back up. But then the police were acting like these really bad sexual people. So then I was like, I'm getting out of here. I left all my belongings. I took my wallet and everything. I came over here and I was sitting here after I paid for one night or whatever in the hotel. I didn't know where to go. Next thing I know, Mr. Herrera come in there. He's 5 Cloverbloom Road next to Peter Robertson. And he starts shooting in the middle of the hotel lobby. And then I go up to my room and I hear bullets outside shooting in the air at Marigold Hotel. Very bad people. But the two people at the front were nice. But man, yeah, there's very bad people in this world. In Brampton. I never seen anything like it. Fuck that people. But then at the same time, I had many good days in Brampton when I was living like a little fucking fat piece of shit hiding in my apartment. But anytime you go outside, oh. But then I come back. I went back to Marigold Hotel, and then I had a pretty good time. I stayed for about a week. I spent maybe like $600 because Airbnb refunded me. I called Airbnb. I said, the guy is trying to shoot me and he's trying to steal my next month because I paid for 2 months and I was still on my 1 month. So he's trying to shoot me and steal my next month because the month hadn't even started yet. Like I prepaid my next month on Airbnb. It was May 2019 and I was paying for the June 2019. And then I already paid my May. It's like the end of May 2019, and it's almost to the June. And they tried robbing me and killing me for my June. I guess he cannot be patient, and I guess I was so bad of a guy he didn't want another mile or month with me for June, but I paid him the money. But anyways, Airbnb refunded me, and then I went over there and I had a pretty good time over at the Marigold, and that's when I had a pretty good time, and I got some good pictures. I got some good Instagrams. Chateau Laurier. Let's see. I gotta clear some space.